with two unrelated clans. So let's say writers are the favorite here, to put that a little lightly. Uh, but who knows? We haven't seen these blue guys in competitive play just yet, so maybe they'll surprise us. I don't know. Let's take a look at the loadouts. First off, for Team Red, another thing is that we can't, because the teams are individual ships. The combined two-ship team they don't have their own name, so I'm just going to be referring to them as Team Red and Team Blue for the duration of today's stream, just so you know. But anyways, for Team Red, we have the 5-0 first, potted by Zedian, Quacha Goldfish with a Lake Carronade on either side. Their ally is the Ouroboros, Amobula, potted by Aris, Mercury Center, Dual Artemis on the lower deck, Flamethrower Gatling on the upper deck. Their opponents, the blue team, we have Unglorious Rastorz, potted by Alpha Raster. We have a Gatling Artemis Pyramidion with a left side Artemis and flare gun. This is another ship build that has the potential to get a trifecta gun arc if you fly at just the right angle. Their ally going to be the Florivette, potted by Dr. Tentacles. I have seen Dr. Tentacles around quite a bit. I think this might be his debut in competitive play. He's definitely a fairly long-time player in pub matches. But we have a heavy Carronade Goldfish with a left side flare gun and a right side flamethrower. And I'm not sure what's... Let me see if I can... Okay. Apparently our referee called a pause while I was talking, so... and just unpause. This is a little awkward, with Florivette now about to die. And hitting the ground, taking about 1 million damage, and, well, that's... Oh well. So much for blue team. This is already off to a great start. Pyramidion is a ship we don't see quite that often in competitive play, despite the fact that we've seen it in both of our first two matches here. Pyramidion doesn't quite have the firepower to contend in a long-range fight. You see what it has here. It has the two Artemis and the Gatling gun, but the Gatling gun totally useless at a ranged battle. So yeah, they've got the two arts, and the two arts can disable some guns, but they're not going to be able to get a long-range armor breaks with what they have now, meaning that at the current position, they basically can do nothing. And given that the Ouroboros is bringing your very standard sniper mobula with a center, you have your center armor-piercing weapon paired with two Artemis of its own, it's definitely going to be the long-range powerhouse in this match. So it's going to be... There's going to have to be some type of a tricky initiation from Team Blue to catch the riders off guard. And I'm not sure if that's possible. These players for the red team, they're some of the most experienced competitive players in the game. So getting the jump on them is not going to be an easy task. However, as it stands now, Florivette is currently moving into an eastern flank position on the other side of the ribs. So it looks like that's going to be their strategy here, and Unglorious Rastor is probably going to have to move into close range as well. As I was talking about, I don't think they're really going to be getting much done in a long-range engagement. So if blue team can regroup, solidify their position, and find the right point to attack red together, and focus down one of the red ships, if they can get the ambush, get the surprise, I think that's going to be their best chance to take one of these fights. They're not going to win in a straight even engagement. I think the red team's gunners are going to outgun them. The builds that the red team has have a lot more firepower, so It's going to be a matter of positioning, a matter of tactics, if they want to get the edge. And unfortunately for blue team, they've already been spotted. Ouroboros, I think they've only spotted one of the ships. Okay, now they've spotted both the ships. You saw Ouroboros was maintaining his northern-facing position. But now they know both the blue ships are to the east in the ribs. The element of surprise is gone, and we see the snipers. We see the snipers from the Mobula already coming out, forcing the Florivette down. Florivette taking a little bit of cover behind this rusty pipe that's sticking out of the ground. And unfortunately, Inglorious Rastorz, it looks like he's trying to duck behind cover as well. No, maybe some communication issues here. I think Florivette thought his ally was charging into the fight when instead the Pyramidion was ducking for cover, and now Florivette has jumped out into red team's full spread, and he's already lost half his health. We see the Mercs coming out. We see the light carronade from the 501st going to be limiting Florivette's movement options. And now the Pyramidion is rejoining the fight, but he doesn't have the burst potential with the build he's bringing. The Pyramidion has a very disable heavy build, so I don't know how he's going to be able to get a fast kill, especially with the 501st now moving to intercept. Hwacha coming out. Actually, not the best Hwacha here. Inglorious Rastorz is moving in. If he can get... He's not going to have the armor break on the Mobula just yet, but there's the armor break going to push him away. And because he wasn't able to get enough Gatling to break the armor before the ram, he's not going to be able to get the kill, but he does save his ally for a moment here, forcing the Mobula up. And it looks like Inglorious Rastorz is going to pursue. He's moving upwards. He's not quite maintaining his gun arcs. He's just kind of floating here while the Florivette is getting focused down. I'm not sure what the Pyramidion is doing. He's just kind of hanging out here. And now the Florivette is at very low health total. I think the Ouroboros is going to finish them off. The 501st, once again, seeing the Pyramidion turn on his ally, going to move in to intercept. And going for a ram, but actually bumping against the rusty ship that's stuck in the sand here. Light Carronade coming out on the Pyramidion. Inglorious Rastorz. This is yeah, Florivette going down. You know, the builds that these two ships are bringing that we're looking at right here, the Pyramidion does have the chance to keep the Goldfish locked down. The Goldfish is one of those ships that relies on a single heavy weapon at the front, so Artemis and Gatling-based loadouts are very strong against a Goldfish. So if they had managed to continue the fight in a 1v1 situation, I think they might have been able to take it, but unfortunately, with their ally, the Florivette, going down, Ouroboros able to rejoin the fight, and yeah, finish them off very easily. Neither of these ships, I believe, 501st has taken about 2% permahull damage, but Ouroboros completely unharmed, and that's 3 points for Team Red. And the mountain that I was talking about, that Blue has to climb to defeat these very experienced competitive players, with every point they give up, that mountain just grows taller. And already spots going down into Blue's spawn location. I need a partner commentator to rebut my statements. For somebody to rebut my statements, that would imply that my statements were wrong. So, you know. That's a questionable statement. Anyways, Florivette now moving in here. The 501st, we're going to have a Goldfish engagement here. Florivette does get the balloon break on the 501st, so they have the chance to lock down this red Goldfish. Ouroboros instead going for the Pyramidion, so Florivette can get a fast kill here with the balloon lock. He's moving down here. The blue team might have a chance. He's going for the ram. He's doing a ton of damage to the red Goldfish. And the upwards Hwacha coming up, breaking the whole arm of the Florivette. 501st is very low, but unable to get the kill. We see the next balloon break. And then Inglorious Rastorz has repositioned as well to assist with the Artemis. Hwacha coming out from the Florivette, or excuse me, from the 501st. taking down the Florivet's heavy carronade, and now the red goldfish has escaped from his lock, and he's going to be moving in, and I was going to say the next Watcher Barrage is probably going to go into the Pyramidion, but Pyramidion does not even last long enough for that to be a question. And yeah, I think this is probably going to be about it. If the Florivet can somehow manage to tank this fight for, 15 more seconds, allowing the Pyramidion to take a close spawn, maybe they can make something happen, but it's looking rough for blue team. He's running. He's trying to get out of here. He has no armor. He's shoot venting down, but unfortunately, with no balloon, the shoot vent is not particularly effective. And I think that's going to be about it for blue team. Very strong 5-0 victory. Probably this red team here going to be one of the strongest teams of the day, given that we have two primarily rider ships pairing with each other. So they'll be taking up those nice league points.